This is Owen McKendry for ESPR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Frank Smith. Frank, just how good was that Dalton Smith knockout?
Brilliant. Sorry, I'm just eating an olive.
It's all right.
Unbelievable. It's the kind of performance he needed. It had a lot of pressure on him as well to deliver a performance like that because, we want to build something massive here with Dalton Smith in Sheffield. I believe we will off the back of a night like that. And great night. And time to step on now into the big fights.
So he said himself, obviously, he wants a European next. He basically told Eddie that's what's next ringside. How far away do you think we are from that massive Hillsborough night?
I think some point next year. Look, I think one of those cuts was quite bad. It just we have to see how long he's going to be out for. It could be that he's out until early part of next year, which our plan was always get him out in October, November time, and then get another one sort of Jan, Feb, and then something in the summer. We've been talking to Hillsborough for a long time about doing an event. Hopefully this doesn't scupper the time frames, but let's see. I've always thought the Hillsborough event would be perfect for a world title challenge. That's the kind of night that you need. All focus will be getting him back in the ring in the next fight, and then we work from there.
And another one of tonight's star boy, as he's now called, Junaid Bostan. I've seen him on the Maxi Hughes Kid Galahad undercard back in Nottingham, and we've seen how good he was then. How far do you think he can go? Can he go all the way? Because he does look, obviously he's raw at the moment, but he does look a special talent.
Yeah, look, he's 21 years old. He was in there against Ryan Amos, who's an experienced fighter, I think 30. And Junaid's super talented. He wanted to go for the knockout in there, but getting those rounds are perfect for him because as he steps up, he needs that experience if he's going to step up quickly. And he wants to step up quickly as well. So, it's good to see with Junaid, moving at that pace. Pat McCormack as well, in just his fifth fight, fighting for a title, 10-round title fight. He's a special fighter. And I think as he steps up in levels, you're going to see the best of Pat McCormack as well. He's got a massive future ahead of him. Opie Price could win. Beatrice Ferreira as well. She's a real talent. I think she'll be fighting for a world title soon. She's got the amateur stuff. But, it's exciting times. Got some great prospects coming through and great talent coming through.
And then briefly moving away from tonight's action, we've seen you speaking about the grass at Nottingham Forest. Is it still the Warrington fight we'd be looking for Lee Wood?
Yeah, look, I met with Josh Warrington earlier. Eddie met with Lee Wood earlier. And that's the fight we want to make. It's a massive fight. Work to be done. It's a shame about the city ground and my grass conversation. But that's the fight we want to make. And, we've got the Komatov WBA situation to find a way around as well. But, we're all focused on that.
We all know the challenges faced for getting the Eubank Benn fight going. Is September 23rd a realistic date, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's realistic. We're not... Connor's obviously got the situation he's working we feel will be resolved very shortly. Look, I see a lot of talk about it all. Eubank Smith is still possible, and Eubank Benn is possible. Neither are signed. We all know Eubank Benn is a much bigger fight, and I think everyone wants to see that fight happen, and we'll do everything within our power to try and get that fight over the line.
And obviously we spoke tonight about, like you say, Pat McCormack moving him through the ranks. One fight I do want to quickly ask you about, Andy Cruz. How fast is his progress going to have to be? Because, he's one of the standout amateurs. It's a major coup for Matchroom. So how fast do you expect Andy Cruz to be moving through the division?
Well, look, he's in a tough fight in his first fight on our Detroit show in just 2 weeks' time. He's a special talent and he wants to move quickly. He's going to fight for a 10-round international title fight in his first fight. Look, can he fight for a world title fight within 3, 4, 5 fights? I definitely believe he can. He's got the experience and he's got the talent, so I definitely see it happening.
And then final one from me tonight, Sonny Edwards, Bam Rodriguez. If they weren't in such a small weight, I feel like this is one of the elite fights that can be made and it would be more talked about. Do you have any idea roughly where it's going to be? Will it be on these shores? Will it be in America?
Look, I think that fight's going to be in the US. The good thing about it, and I was speaking to Sonny about it earlier, is we're looking at December for that fight, late November, December. It gives us that time to really build it. We want to do a press conference in the UK, do a press conference in the US, gloves are off, do everything. Do everything we need to do to build up that fight because it's the kind of fight that deserves a lot of attention, and I think it's a big fight for boxing, not just that weight division. So excited for the build up of that because Sonny's a big talker. I think it's going to be the first time Jesse has someone like that in front of him. So excited for it.
And then the final one, I know it's one you'd have been asked a lot, but AJ Dillian Whyte, how realistic is that, and what would the time frame be if it does come to fruition?
Again, I've spoken about it a lot around the time frames. I don't really want to say anything because this becomes old news within a couple of hours of this, and then you post it, and then everything's changed. So we're working on August 12th for AJ. News will be coming out very soon. Our focus is obviously to get AJ back out, and we have to make the right decisions for him. Can I sit here today and say, is it Dillian Whyte? Hello, sir. Oh, there he is. It's the champ father. Is it Dillian? Is it going to be Dillian Whyte? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I've said that in interviews before. But anything's possible, and time will tell.